The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
King.
Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Sharp. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Well, this defense for the Bills, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Loose inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Mayfield looks to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Look out! Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Allen going to throw. Dancing to his left. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Here's Allen to throw it. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. The Bills at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing now is Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Allen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Regular.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Ball again on 2nd down. And now off to the races down the right side. Breece Hall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now Allen. Out left to Dotson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Look out. Play action. Now it's Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
It seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
What's that? And again, it's Allen. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they come up now second and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's third and goal. Look out! And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now fourth and goal.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
What's that? Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Reggie Gilliam, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because
this is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Allen. Coleman has it here right side. And he's got this down to the 35. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down. Now Cook. He's got it off the draw. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. What's that?
Here's Cook again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
To the air, Allen. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Allen now looks to throw. Steps away to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Middle. Half. What's that?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. Mayfield now. To the right side and intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So after the INT, it's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Look out.
To throw, it's Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills are back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Mayfield to throw it. He gets it underneath to Hall. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And again, it's Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now Mayfield. This one deep for Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson. 46 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. From the gun, it's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's a 2nd and 8. On play action, Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Look out.
Here's Allen to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the line. Gets through and now an opening. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing, Mayfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Mayfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Allen going to throw. And returns it right back to Samuel. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Alert! What's that?
Throwing now is Allen. And he is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jahan Dotson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bills have got it back to within a score.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
What is that?
Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
151 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball again on 2nd down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Mayfield now from the 50. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Watch out!
Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Sharp. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36.
Good.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here, get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's got some space here. Now he's into the clear again. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Jets are able to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Allen winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 68 yards. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mayfield looks to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
What's that?
Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Ball again on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Mayfield off the play fake. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
They'll give to Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
What's that?
Allen now looks to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Good. What's that?
Straight ahead is Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Done.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from the 20. And the Jets will add to their 4th quarter lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
What's that?
To the air, Allen. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
What's that?
A 1st down carry for Davis. Powering forward. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
What's that?
Now Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
What's that?
Allen off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now the Bills are going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 20.
Go.
To throw, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. Now Mayfield. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Alert! Hey, home. What is that?
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down.
Look out!
Back to throw. Allen. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming, and this will be a 45-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Run, run, run. Watch, watch.
They'll run with Hall. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. There's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
This is 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Attack.
They'll go again with Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now Baker going to change it up. Here's Baker. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And he got it. He splits the uprights from 50 yards out. And the city will be alive tonight. The Jets have won it. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because